Bonus Land. Welcome to Bonus Land number 48. This week's Bonus Land. Good episode this week.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You want to say it back to me?
What do you think? How did you think you did?
I think it was good. It was a middle third, top third, middle third, bottom third. It was middle third, but it was the top of the middle third.
Yeah, me too.
So
I liked our clips. I thought we sped through some stuff, though.
Yeah, we went a little fast through cringe, but it was very good clips. I love the bulletproof glass, blaming the store people on that, and then the
Oppression is everywhere you look, truly. If you look hard enough.
You have to look really, really hard. You'll find it. We've been growing.
There's a thing called cause and effect.
Yeah.
And I don't know which, chicken or egg, shootings or glass, which comes first? I don't know. It's pretty simple to me.
We got to figure it out. Maybe they're just putting the glass up because they're racist, because they're scared of the
That's
black
probably
people.
what it is. It's pure racism driven.
D.L. Hewley needs to
Spent
get to the bottom
$5,000
of it.
on a racism pet project.
And meanwhile, the guy's in the thing with a ski mask on.
Insane.
It's like the guys
Cognitive dissonance.
wearing a ski mask. Like these guys with a bulletproof glass, they're probably like holding their gun.
Yeah,
like
they're
what's this
holy
guy
shit.
about to do?
Got their emergency button, their hands hovering over
Is
it.
he about to rob me on Facebook Live? All right, we are growing on TikTok.
Funny, right?
Hate to admit it, Richard Ratboy and I. Richard Ratboy's been editing great clips, and he's just been telling me post a TikTok, and I post a TikTok and it gets taken down or whatever, and then we've gone like pretty viral.
Yeah.
Millions of views in the last week.
Two clips with over half a mil views each. One's gonna probably end at 1 million. Fleck grew to 20K.
Yeah.
So, dude, it's like, here, you can hate on TikTok and be like, oh, it's a Chinese app and blah, blah, blah. And we do. We hate on TikTok.
I hate TikTok.
But it's like there's so many Gen Z and younger and like that age range eyeballs there that it's like, why wouldn't we fight on that battleground?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a marketplace of ideas. You have to kind of fight and get to them. Otherwise, it'll just be libs of TikTok getting shown to them.
Yeah. It's like if we can grow TikTok and make it big, and then we can promote the podcast through TikTok and touch Gen Z a little more and get involved there. And then it's like if you have 500,000 followers on TikTok and you say, oh, new podcast, link here, that'll drive a few thousand people.
Yeah, dude. And we're in the media business, Mm-hmm. And what do you do if you're in the media business? Do you go, no, I don't want it there?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's definitely a hard balance.
There are some TikTok trends which I hate. There's the lip syncing.
Yeah.
Where people like lip sync some other famous line. It's just my least favorite. Guys, please promise you'll never do that. I hate the lip syncing stuff. It's just like that's the content. It's a different person lip syncing a random line and then pretending it's their content and like doing a dance. The girls do it. I think on TikTok it's all like just like girls' butts and lip syncing.
Yeah, that's your algorithm though. So you just exposed yourself.
Yeah,
girls' butts.
I correct it, and on YouTube, on Instagram too, on Reels. Every time I see like a dancing girl in a bikini or a bra, I click it and I say, not interested. And then it asks why. And I say, this topic does not interest me. Show me more pimple popping and
disgusting shit.
And car wrecks and people.
Show me more Indian guys with 4 likes doing something crazy. You know?
So I every time I see like a half naked girl, I click it. I say, not interested. This topic does not interest me. I am interested in the pimple popping, knockouts, car crashes, fishing. I get some good stuff.
Urban Decay, cringe stuff.
It's good because I'm on my timeline. I'm on my phone, and if I'm scrolling in like a TikTok, Instagram hole, or I'm just like swipe, swipe, swipe. It's good that people around me aren't looking over my shoulder and seeing me look at some like dancing naked girl. It's like I don't have that. The algorithm has been fully cleaned out.
Very true.
I'm very happy. What's it called? Haram.
Haram. Yeah.
Yeah. Getting rid of all the haram.
Sickness be gone.
What's the other Muslim word I'm trying to learn? Assalamu alaikum.
No, not. I don't think you're trying to learn that.
Well, I've been getting it wrong.
Inshallah.
Yeah. I like what the Muslim people are up to be honest.
Yeah, I respect.
Like it's bad in the UK when they do the crime. Exactly, some. But the Muslims also aren't going to allow their schools to
drag
teach their
Christianity thing. Like that would never.
The kids aren't learning the gay stuff. The kids aren't going to be trans. The kids aren't tipping drag queens. And if you did it, like the parents will be so upset that it probably won't happen again.
There might be an honor killing. There might be an honor killing,
which they would say is justified in their religion. So I have
No,
no problems
full
with the
endorsement
Muslims.
there, but they have some things really right.
Yeah, they do. They absolutely do. And I like the Muslim UFC fighters, like Khabib and the other guy, Chimamov or whatever,
Yeah, he's fighting this weekend, right?
against Nate Diaz.
Yeah. Nate Diaz is like a disgusting underdog.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's going to get his...
It's a disgusting underdog, but he could still knock you out. He can
I
get
agree.
knocked out like 4 times and he'll still swing. But the Muslim guys, they're just
They
little
get
like,
you in a wrap. They wrap you up.
and they get on your back and they weigh you down and they're so heavy and they put all of like the weight, so it's like the whole round you're just like dragging this Muslim guy on your back and it sucks. And then for one
Dragging this Muslim guy around.
and then for 1 second you'll just like slip up and go like this, and then they come around and they choke you out.
Yeah.
Like they you move your chin up just a little bit and then they choke you. So it's a tough way to fight.
Yeah. That's actually an extremely boring thing.
The Muslim fighters.
Yeah, for the UFC. It's extremely boring.
Because Khabib just goes on your back and he locks you up with the double leg locks.
And it's 3 minutes of the round on the ground.
And you're just like the whole time like trying to peel him off you. And if you don't, then he has the control the whole round and a takedown. And
Yeah.
if you do, it's like you peel him off you. You're so tired. What are you going to knock him out? You can't knock him out from the back.
You can't.
So it's an interesting fight. I like.
And you
those
waste
guys.
all your energy like doing not cool shit. You know,
Yeah.
it's all ground and no pound.
Yeah, but I like the Muslim guys. There was a Khabib versus Conor McGregor press conference once, and they were like, "Oh, Khabib, like Assalamu alaikum, whatever," and they were like, "Hey, Conor, congrats on the whiskey," and then Khabib is like, "Don't say Assalamu alaikum."
You
and
can't
whiskey.
say that at the same time. You can't say that.
You can't say Assalamu alaikum and whiskey at the same time.
Yeah.
and it's like, all right,
That was
respect.
Ariel Helwani.
Respect, like, hey, at least you're standing up for your religion and what you believe in.
We watched the other fight last week, Bam Bam Tuivasa
Yeah.
versus Gane.
The French guy.
The French guy in Paris, and that was a crazy good fight. So maybe Nate Diaz will do the same.
Tuivasa did this move that I literally said to Richard Rapoy like 5 minutes before he did it, where it's like, imagine you're in a fight and you get kind of hit but not fully hit, and then you just like pretend to be knocked out. So then they start coming for you quick, and then you knock them out.
Yeah.
I should have took a technique I could probably bring up in housekeeping, but that's what happened. Tuivasa got kicked in the head, and he did like this wobble.
Fake
and then The
wobble.
other guy's coming in, and then Tuivasa just swings so hard.
Well,
he
call an
missed.
ambulance, but not for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some stuff. Reddit teacher quitting. This is our uplifting gold and bonus land.
This is Uplifting Bonus Land Gold. This teacher made a post on Reddit that said, "I'm quitting at the end of the semester. Last year, multiple students tried to get me fired. Last week, I got a death threat, 2 fat jokes, and a kid removed from my class because I'm queer." Shout out to those parents. This week, during our first PEP assembly, I introduced the GSA, Gay Straight Alliance, of which I am the sponsor, with a student beside me holding a pride flag. Before we could say a single word, the room erupted in booing. Loud, long, vicious booing. I did my best to interrupt and redirect, did my 20-second spiel, and then retreated to my room. The principal addressed the behavior at the end, and the assistant principals checked on me along with several coworkers, but I just can't take it anymore. I can't convince myself to stay for the kids. The kids are what's making it hell. I'm done being a teacher for now, and maybe forever. Peace out, homies.
For the kids, it's like we don't really need you to worry about the kids.
Sounds like the kids are balancing out the yin to the yang, the push to the shove. And if they're not receptive, why keep pushing it?
Yeah, exactly. And the next generation is what a lot of people are worried about. It's good to see this because there's some base people that know it's not like you're not hateful and you're going to get in trouble. It's like if it's not socially popular, is it because everyone's a hateful bigot, or is it because people are aware of what's being pushed down their throat now?
Yep. Unfortunately, the antagonists have woken up, and the little bit of ground you take every day, we're done giving it up, is what it feels like, in situations like that. It's like, here's the Gay Straight Alliance. We really need another one of those at the frickin' elementary school.
Yeah.
Like, not cool.
Those days are done. Next is a teacher from Oregon who got monkeypox. It's a preschool teacher or something.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, we've mentioned this in the podcast. We used to know nothing about our teachers, and it was like good.
Yeah.
I didn't know who my teacher voted for. I knew kind of what car they drove. I kind of knew where they lived. Like, oh, that's so-and-so, Mr. So-and-so's house.
You see them in the supermarket. It's weird.
Exactly. They have some kids with the same last name, okay, or if they're married, whatever. Maybe there's a picture on the desk. But that's basically it. It was the teacher's job in a way to keep their lives private and just focus on teaching. This teacher in Oregon, their social media, I mean, you can read what's it called? Submissive bottom?
Yeah. You want me to start with his Twitter?
Yeah, I'll start with the Twitter.
So the Twitter profile is called Sensual Bottom. 30-year-old Mexican oral power bottom living in Portland, Oregon. Preschool teacher by day and sensual bottom by night. 18 plus. Retweeting what I like. Hablo Espanol. And then here's the follow-up, the headline, why it makes news. Hispanic teacher from Oregon is infected with monkeypox and makes an urgent appeal to the community. The Mexican Marco Reyes Rojas assures that it has not been easy to cope with the disease and sustain his basic living expenses. And then
this is where it gets dark.
So he filmed kind of a thing on monkeypox, right? Like, hey guys, here's my experience on monkeypox. And then you look, and it's the same set that he filmed that little monkeypox spiel in. It says
So he's recording videos for the school as a teacher and saying, I have monkeypox, I need help, I need whatever. And he shot that in his living room.
Yeah.
And then in the same living room on Twitter, he's posting this, which will be heavily blurred out.
Heavily blurred, but it says feeling horny again. Day 12 with monkeypox. Hope it's almost over. I need dick. And it's like his ass and shit
So he's
spread out.
spreading his ass on Twitter and saying, I need dick. That's the preschool teacher. I'm sure it doesn't bleed over.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure he keeps it 100% separate, guys.
He just turns it on and off.
Yep. Let's just have faith in that. And he's a professional. So don't
Yeah.
question anything.
Don't question him. He'll be at the Gay Straight Alliance meeting with your kids after school. And that's why the podcast has ads for PrEP in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Guy's
The
spreading
AI
his
thinks we're talking about power bottoms and monkeypox and everything like that.
What is it? Oral power bottom?
Yeah, he's an oral power bottom. I don't know what the fuck that means.
I don't even want to try and figure that out.
Oral power bottom. Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of, should we go move to the pedo clip?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Good transition right there. Pretty.
We saw this pedo hunters clip go viral on Twitter and Instagram. Check this out.
What's happening?
I think this.
Why are you here to meet a 13-year-old boy? Why are you here to harass me? Why are you here to meet a 13-year-old boy? I just had to prevent. Now I'm
I think this guy was on meth too.
Oh, interesting.
So he's like tweaking like this, and
Meeting a 13-year-old boy on meth.
yeah.
I have a picture of his face.
This is one of those like we chat with you pretending to be 13-year-olds, and then we catch you and
Yeah.
report you to law enforcement.
That's funny. Who's weird? The person that's trying to meet up with the 13-year-old boy, or the person that's trying to prevent him? The person that's trying to prevent him, or the
I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit.
Yep.
little kid? No!
So at first I thought this guy was maybe deranged and had problems.
I think he's on meth. is
But
what
he
I
has a
read.
car and a license, I guess.
Yeah.
And is on meth. So it's not like he's got a mental disorder. He's got his own disorders.
He falls on the ground for a little bit. He's overwhelmed.
Playing the victim.
All right, I'm skipping to when he gets in his car. Gets in his car. What's he gonna do? He's methed out and tweaking. He's pinching his face and shit. He's trying to meet a 13-year-old boy. Do twink shit.
Just throw it in reverse real quick for a little bit. And he throws it in reverse a lot of it.
Oh my
He gets
God!
air.
It gets even better. It gets even better. Police! Oh my God!
Then he hits a car.
my
They're saying call the
God.
police. It's a hit and run, which it is.
Yeah, sorry, I'm skipping
Oh,
around.
hit and run! Call the police! Cops!
Then he gets out by the store, tries to run, and then
Tackle him,
someone's tackling him.
Yeah. This guy just couldn't get out.
Call the police, guys. I got the text. Call the police. Call the police. Call the police.
And he gets tackled.
This guy goes through the ringer.
Do you think if he got away and not arrested that he'll think twice before meeting up with the child, or will that just kind of get put on the back burner until it happens again?
Well, I've seen Chris Hansen catch like the same people multiple times.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say it has no effect.
That's what I'm saying.
So they need to go to jail if they want to have
like
like
he got banged up, he got tackled, he crashed his car,
Mm-hmm.
but he needs to go to jail.
Yeah. There's that famous Chris Hansen line where he goes, "In my 20 years of watching this," and then the guy's like, "I was just going to get something to eat." So, they're repeat offenders. They're just sick fucks.
Yeah.
It's all they think about probably.
There's a limited number of cures for people like that we probably can't even say on
And
the
I
show.
won't mention what the cure is now.
Yeah, it's silver.
Silver what?
Right. Let's play the Jared Kushner clip.
Yeah, Jared Kushner. This was
This
a
is
bad one.
interesting.
And then finally, I think that from the last year, the one thing I've tried to put a priority on since I left the White House was getting some exercise in. I think that there's a good probability that my generation is, hopefully with the advances in science, either the first generation to live forever or the last generation that's going to die. And so we need to keep ourselves in pretty good shape.
It's like, what was that?
You trying to live forever, bro?
Live forever? The last generation to die, the first generation to live forever? So it's like, go with me in this conspiracy spiral with me, okay?
Okay.
Imagine the VAX is bad and the conspiracy theories that it makes people infertile and all that stuff is true.
Okay.
And then it's like, all right, no one can have kids anymore, but we can live forever with science and technology. Would you live forever?
No.
Yeah, it's easy. No.
No, I don't care about living forever.
Yeah, I think that's
That
very,
sounds boring. Eternity?
You don't have to pay taxes every year.
Well, I don't think we're the guys who live forever. I think Jared Kushner lives forever.
In like some breakaway civilization type thing.
Everybody in the high rise and overlooking Central Park like that.
666 Park Ave or whatever.
They live forever.
They live forever.
I'm not invited to the live forever trials.
But that sounds like the satanic thing of like so anti-God, so not unnatural, where it's like people becoming their own gods and then being like, oh, we're going to live forever, like join us. That sounds like the Mark of the Beast type thing. And they'll justify it with like, well, we can't have kids anymore. We got to live forever. And then it's like it gets into all the movies about like, the movies about the last born baby, the last whatever on earth.
That's a good movie.
So it's like it kind of all plays
Children
in.
of Men.
It could be kind of what's coming. And then people who don't live forever become zombies and whatever.
But people can't have kids right now.
Yeah.
What do you think? You think the flip is going to get switched? Or the switch is going to get flipped off?
Yeah.
DNA coding, the hardwire? How deep does this conspiracy go?
I think it's like the last generations are having kids now, but then the next generation born will be infertile because of the vaccine, maybe.
And we won't know for 15, 16 years.
We won't know for 20 years.
Because, they're the first generation. Okay. All right.
So that's kind of like, there's a parlay wild card bet there that's like 1 in 1,000.
20-year sleeper, no
But I would
pregnancies.
put $50 there.
All right.
I'm trying to make $50K.
I'll take that action.
Yeah, it's pretty good action. Next thing, there is we've been talking about Barstool and how Barstool isn't right wing, even though they don't claim to be, but they kind of get lumped in with right wing because they're constantly being canceled by the left. So we assume they're right wing.
Yeah.
But we've been watching Barstool like podcasts and stuff lately. It's very, I don't know what the word is, gross. I feel like Barstool's content now is like talking to all these like OnlyFans girls and like having like really gross, vulgar sexual conversations.
Yeah.
And then if you're a girl at Barstool and you get a show or you're like, hey, you make content for us, it's like you're geared towards getting like pimped out.
You default to becoming like whoring almost.
Exactly. So it's like if you're a girl and
Or you
you're
have
on-
to talk about sex. Like,
Exactly.
That's the only topic. It's Barstool Sports, and it's like, I'm a girl. I'm not into sports.
So you have to take like the Amy Schumer route where you
Yeah.
talk about your pussy and like sex. And I was having sex with this guy and he did this. Or it's like, oh, what's your technique for all this sexual stuff? And it's just like super gross. And like there was like a podcast that was talking about body count. And it's like, oh, what's your body count? Like my boyfriend asked me what my body count is. And the girl's like, well, you don't have to answer and you can lie and make it up. Like it doesn't matter. And it's like, it doesn't matter to certain types of girls.
To you.
But if you have like a nice Christian girl or a Catholic girl or a Mormon girl who took it seriously and took intimacy seriously, it actually does matter to them. And if you're a high value guy, it kind of does matter to you. And it's different for guys and girls. people will argue that men and women are the same, but like for a guy, what's the saying?
A key that opens many locks is a master key, and a
lock that gets opened by many keys is a bad lock.
yeah.
That's just kind of what it is when it comes to guys and girls, the dynamic. So it's like when you have all these girls like promoting like looseness and being a loose girl and sexually promiscuous and like talking about their sexual escapades and their techniques and, oh, I've done this, guys love that. And it's like, oh, how many have you sucked?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're talking about techniques like that? It's like kind of disgusting. So it's sad to see.
Where you say something and then you're saying so much more just by the fact that you're saying it. It's
Yeah.
like the context, holy shit, read between the lines. Like I learned this technique and it's like, how many dicks did you know?
Exactly. And then it's like that's what's being spoken about. And the girls who watch the show are kind of learning from like these girls who are older and have a platform like, oh, yeah, it's okay to be promiscuous.
It's
whatever.
empowering. They sell it as empowering to be a slut. And,
Exactly.
like, you know,
So then you're a slut or whatever. And then what happens? You get older and then you want to get married to a high value guy. And they're like, oh, you were a slut. Like, I'm not going to marry a slut.
you did OnlyFans. You're this,
You're
that.
naked on the internet.
Yeah.
So then you get married to some guy who's not a high value guy, or you get disappointed. And if you're working for the Barstool and you have a podcast and you're talking about all the slut stuff, like what's going to happen when that's done? You're going to have no family, and you gave it all up on the internet for Dave Portnoy. Mm-hmm. So they just kind of like pimp these
for the
girls out.
chance at like a successful podcast.
Yeah.
It's not even a guarantee. It's like a chance. You kind of have to risk it a little bit,
Yeah,
right?
it's super bad. It's super cringe. It's super sad to watch these girls just like pimp themselves out so they can like stand out and get a reel or a TikTok and have a viral clip of them talking about like, oh, well, this is my technique in cowgirl. It's like, what? What are you talking about? What do you say to your dad when he calls and says, how's work at Barstool going? Aren't you
Dad,
just-
don't watch. It's fucking, I'm selling out.
So yeah, we don't like Barstool for a lot of reasons, but that one recently has been the main one where I'm just like completely grossed out by these people and what they're encouraging other people to do. It's like, oh, your body count? You don't have to tell them. You can lie, and it doesn't matter. And it's like, well, it kind of does matter. And if you encourage people that it does matter, then the people who watch you will go, ooh, I better be more careful because it's important. And if you say it doesn't matter, then they're like, oh, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go sleep around with whoever this weekend at the bar. It's like kind of the way of looking at the world is very different for these people, and they don't realize the things it'll bring when you encourage that type of behavior.
Yeah.
It does not conducive for a good society.
Yeah. I agree. And and hold on, I want to say, like, you know, I'm okay with certain things Barstool does. Barstool Sports, you know, they're doing this, they're doing funny content, they're trying. And it's just like, man, some of that shit though, like the way it's trending, it's like, ugh.
Yeah, you're a girl on Barstool. What are you going to do? And it's like,
Talk about my pussy.
slut podcast, talk about my pussy.
Yeah.
That's all I got. And it's like, okay, like that'll work for 6 months.
Well,
It'll
or
boop,
maybe that'll work for maybe 1% of you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, how many slut podcasts?
It'll
what's
work
the
for
word?
1% of you for 6 months.
Yeah.
Or actually take your time, be deliberate with your content, have a message that's bigger than yourself that you believe in, and then get it out there. And maybe it's a slow climb, but you'll have it, you'll get there, and then you'll have the solid foundation. You can burn fast and bright and just talk about blowjobs.
Yeah.
And the whole world sees, and your dad's mad, and then the podcast eventually sucks, and then you have nothing to show for it. It's like the OnlyFans girls that do it for 2 months and they make $1,200, and then now their naked pictures are on the internet forever.
Yep.
Same thing.
And it didn't work out.
And it didn't work out. All right, another Fuck Us Talks in the books. Thank you guys for watching. Bonus Land people, like, share, subscribe. You already are. We appreciate it very much. Thank you guys for everything and watching the Bonus Land. Hope you like it. What else? Any Bonus Land sign-offs we need to add to?
No.
That's it.
Don't get monkeypox, guys.
Yeah,
And
don't
that
get
should be easy
monkeypox.
for everyone here.
And if you buy any of the merch and the ad stuff, the Undertack underwear or Gold River Trading Company tee, we will send you a base mug.
Yep.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you at the next one.